The first question that comes to your mind could be Mains 2026 prep, and that too in 25 days, 3 hours per day. That's a total of 75 hours of the whole course. Question is this possible? Let me show you how this is completely possible. But before we begin and before I tell you how all this is going to be done, let us try to understand the context of this particular course. We will find the reason why this video is in front of you. आपका EPFO एग्जाम ओवर हो चुका है, दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. आप कंप्लीटली इस पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट में थे, इस माइंडसेट में थे वेर यू वर constantly consistently solving the objective questions. Maybe you didn't get the time to prepare for the mains 2026, but now that is approaching, because if you were preparing for EPFO and now you will be preparing for prelims, then one thing is for that you will get through prelims. That is the confidence that you should have. Second context is, suppose you were not preparing for EPFO and you were solely focused on the UPSC exam only. But here could be again two conditions. One, you did not care for the mains examination at all, right? So that is the big mistake that you are doing, because you will definitely face some kind of problems after the prelims examination. But हो सकता है कि आपने मेंस 2026 के बारे में पहले सोचा हो. इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सिनेरियो आप किसी कोर्स को ज्वाइन किया होगा, किसी इंस्टीट्यूट को ज्वाइन करा होगा. सी, इफ यू गॉट द रिजल्ट फ्रॉम दैट कोर्स, so you won't be watching it because you already know everything about the mains 2026 that is there to know. But आपको उस कोर्स, उस इंस्टीट्यूट से, उस पर्टिकुलर मेंटर से आपको पर्टिकुलर सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं मिला that you can go through the means. That is the number one thing. Second, you did not see any visible improvement in your scores. You did not see any visible improvement in your skills. That is the second point. Under this particular context, this is where this video comes in. This is where this course comes in. See, we cannot be completely focused on the mains, because अगर सिर्फ और सिर्फ mains पे रहे इस last moments में, and that too in December part, तो we won't be going through the prelims. There could be a chance that we will miss the results part. Now this course I'm talking about, that is of 25 days, 3 hours per day, minimum 3 hours per day. This course can potentially change. Wait, not change, but it can potentially upgrade and level up your preparation for the GS answer writing and for the essay part. We are not going to talk about the optional. That is what you have to take care of. I'm here to talk about the GS answer writing and the essay, which in total carries 1250 marks. So here is this, how it will go. First, we will talk about the course and the targets. Then we will talk about the templates, the notes and the schedule. And the last thing, that is for how you are to join this course and what are the conditions in which this course will start. So these three things are the what we are going to talk about. Now, as I promised in the starting of the video that I'll show you exactly how we are going to do this, let me give you some of the principles based on which we are going to do this particular target and we are going to complete this particular target. So let us try to address the elephant in the room. That is how we are going to do this particular thing in 25 days using 3 hours every day. Why 3 hours? First of all, because you have to start preparing for the prelims as well. So you are going to do both the things. Majority of your time should be for the prelims examination, and I'm asking just 3 hours out of your schedule to prepare for the mains 2026. This is how we are going to do. Have you heard about the Pareto principle? The principle which goes like this. Suppose on one side you have your efforts and on the other side you have your results. जो आपके efforts हैं, उन efforts में से 80% of your efforts will only give you 20% of the result. That is number one thing. And 20% of your efforts will give you 80% of the results. So if you are smart enough, then you very well know कि हमारे efforts किस direction में होने वाले. वो जो 20% वाला part है, we are going to focus upon that area and that is going to give us the 80% result. Yes, we are not going to go for perfection, which is 100%. We are trying to score somewhere around 80% of our, the things that is required for the mains examination. But one thing is for sure, जो targets decide करेंगे, that will be 100% to be done. So one is the Pareto principle. The second point is that we are going to use some very standardized methods and tools. So when I say methods, what I'm talking about, number one is the timeline. So we are going to exactly use the 25 days. And second thing, we are going to focus on actual results. The timeline, it's not going to be vague. On one hand, I could tell you that कि हम आंसर राइटिंग सीखेंगे. Now this is a vague expectation. You should not get it. We have to find out some actual results that we are trying to get. Number one, what are the actual results? We are going to know this skill of introduction and we are going to apply it. How to write the conclusions, where to use the diagrams and what diagrams to use, how to write the main body points, that for the GS part and the essay part as well. So these are the systematic standardized methods that we are going to do. So there is no vague expectations but actual results, right? Now second point is the tools part. And in the tools part, we are going to see some very pre-designed templates which will directly help you, because I'll be explaining them to you. You will learn them and you'll directly apply them in your examination and in your practice worksheets. That is how we are going to do it in 25 days only. There is one more thing. That is the third thing. That is the Parkinson's law. Now, see this particular thing. If you have the dedicated efforts and you have the time. So if I give you any task and I tell you that you just have only 2 hours for this particular task, so your efforts will increase and in that 2 hours you'll complete the task. What if I ask you that you have 4 hours for it? Your efforts will reduce, your work will fill up the given time. Third thing is, what if I give you 8 hours to do the same task? Then again, your efforts will reduce and the work will fill up those 8 hours. वो task 8 hours में ही complete होगा. This is the Parkinson's law, which basically states that कि जो भी हमें work दिया गया है और जो भी जिस time में वो दिया गया है, वो work उस time को completely fill up कर देगा. तो अगर मैं आपको किसी task के लिए 10 दिन भी दूंगा, तो आप वो task 10 दिन में ही पूरा करेंगे. और वही task अगर मैं आपको बोल दूं कि that you have to do it in 24 hours, it should be practical enough that it can be done, right? So you will be able to do it in 24 hours. That is what we are building, these timelines of 25 days, so that we can stick with them, and using this particular law you will be able to see how we are achieving our targets. So this was the Parkinson's law. So have you seen the Pareto's principle, some standardized methods and tools, and third one is the Parkinson's law. These are the things that will help us, and these are scientific things which are going to help us go through the complete. So if you have come forward till this particular point, let us move forward and try to understand some more things about this course. What are the course targets? 25 days, 3 hours a day minimum, and that comes up to 75 hours. What are we going to do in these 75 hours? Number one, this is going to be our list of targets. We are going to see how to write the introduction and conclusion of the GS answers. Second, we are going to see how to write the main body points, and I'm going to make you memorize those main body points which can be used anywhere. Those are from the templates and some unique aspects as well. Don't forget that. We are going to see what kind of diagrams we can use, how to inculcate. सबको पता है diagrams use करने हैं, but how to use them properly, that is what we are going to see. We are going to see all the one-pager notes that are required for you. Of course, we won't be able to complete 100%, but as I said, we are going to somewhere touch the 80% mark. Yes, of course, those notes will be available to in the PDF form so that you can get them printed and get done with it. Every day, you will be solving some worksheets based on what is being told in the class, and those worksheets will be evaluated daily, and you will get an analysis ki, okay, this is where I'm lacking, and that is the area where we are going to work. So can you see, being a generalized course, at the same time, it's also something very personalized. We're going to see how to solve different questions which are given with different keywords. So you will have enough practice of those particular aspects. So we are not just dealing with one single answer. No, we are dealing with all the elements of the answer writing separately on different days. That is what we are going to do. Next is we will have 25 days and 25 worksheets for the GS part. In that particular worksheet, you will have things that you will be able to solve based on what I teach you in the class, based on what you learn in the 1 hour that is given to you. See, so 1 hour it is the class, the minimum I'm saying, the basic plan. 1 hour is the class, 1 hour is for the worksheet, and 1 hour is to learn the things. So every day you will devote yourself 3 hours, and in those 3 hours, what you will do, you will be able to improve your skills in answer writing. Of course, you will have 3 full-length tests and 2 sectional tests. Yes, you heard me right. Only this much is required for you to get that little bit of confidence that you can go through the mains part. And again, I'm specifically talking about the GS and the essay, not the optional. These worksheets I'm talking about and the full length test that I'm talking about, each and every one of you will get those PDFs before we even start that course, so that you can convert that PDF to the printed hard copy material, because you won't be required to do that every day. We have to be very systemized, we have to be very planned manner में हमें इस चीज को put forward करना है. If I talk about the essay part and the targets related with essay, so of course we are going to do the different kinds of introductions and the conclusions. बिल्कुल limited introductions and conclusions को करेंगे तो you are able to use them directly in your exam. We will see how you can give different ideas to your add to your essays, and how you can substantiate those ideas. That is how a paragraph is written in the essays. So if you haven't gone through such skills till now, this is your chance to learn how to present the ideas and how to substantiate those ideas and where to give the examples, right? Of course, we are going to do some of the worksheets, the full length, and some of the sectional part in the essays as well. प्लस ऑन द टॉप ऑफ इट, अब सारा अगर पढ़ने गए तो कितना डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा. बट हैव यू रेड दोस एसेज वेर यू सी सो मेनी गुड पॉइंट, सो मेनी गुड इंफॉर्मेशन दैट यू फील लाइक कि इस कैंडिडेट को ये कैसे पता है, इस स्टूडेंट को ये कैसे पता है, मुझे क्यों नहीं पता. दैट इज द गैप, एंड दैट इज टू बी फिल्ड बाय सम रैंडम इंफॉर्मेशन पॉइंट्स दैट आई विल गिव यू. नाउ सुनने में रैंडम होगा, पढ़ने में रैंडम होगा, बट व्हेन यू आर टू यूज दोज पॉइंट्स you will be told how to systematically use them. So information may be random, but it will be highly systematic when you start using it. So that is the beauty of this particular course. And last but not least, we will be learning how to write the drafts in less than 15 minutes. Yes, we will be practicing how to write the drafts. You will be provided worksheets to learn and practice how to write the drafts of the essays. So many targets, right? You must be thinking the same, ki how we are going to achieve all these targets. See, the ideas that will be coming to your mind are ki I'll do it tomorrow, I have the notes already, I already know these things. Cut, cut, and cut. See, you need a push. You need a push for the next 25 days to make yourself, upgrade yourself, to skill up yourself. Okay, to come to this world, even you needed a push. So that is the first point. I already have the notes. Of course you have the notes. Who is saying you don't have the notes? You must be having number of books. Keep stacking them and become a collector, right? What you need to do is start implementing. This is where the worksheets will come into function. When you will be writing those worksheets and they will be evaluated daily, so that is where the skills happen. सिर्फ उसको just by mere collection of those books and notes and PDF, you are not going anywhere. Of course you know the third point. Of course you know, but you just know you are not acting. That's why you don't have the skills to write your answers or the essays. So if this is a graph, you have 25 days, you have your skills. So if you are at this particular point, I'll make a promise based on only the things that I can deliver to you. right? And I won't make any such promise that we will be doing 100%. If you are somewhere in this particular zone, then we will go from this particular place to this particular place, right? So this is what we have to do in these 25 days. What about the this particular gap which is between your target and where we will where our objective is? Of course, I'll give you all the material, all the guidance, all the mentorship that is required to do that path and go through that part, but you will have to do it alone, right? There won't be, but you will have with you what? You will have the skills to cross that particular path and reach the desired goal. So this is what our target is going to be. Now let us talk about some of the schedule and the plan how we are going to do it, right? Suppose this is your planner where you will have the dates, day, and the targets to be achieved. And whether those targets are being completed or not, you'll be able to see it because you will be given that particular PDF as well of the complete plan. See, the basic plan goes like this. If these are the 3 hours, then you can divide them into 1 hour each section. And this 1 hour will be of the class. This 1 hour will be to learn the things that you are told to learn, just only those things, nothing else. And the third part, which is you have to solve those worksheets and directly convert them into a PDF and send them to us. Our team will evaluate them and will provide it to you back as soon as possible before the day ends. So this is the basic plan. Of course, it can go up if you choose not to go for the essay and just the GS part. You can do that. You can choose whether you want to self-evaluate your worksheets or you need to send it to us to evaluate them. You can do that. If you want the hours of the classes to be increased, you can do that. So based on these, you will be getting 3 plans of this particular course and you can choose any one of those plans, right? These plans will also be divided into your batch size as well. If you are a person who feels like I need to study in a very small group, then there will be a batch for it. If you think I don't care how many students are there in my batch, but I have to focus on my work, then there will be a batch for you, right? So you have to choose accordingly. And now the third part, which is the joining part. Now here is the twist. I'm not going to give you how you can join this. Now my point is, in this particular video, you have to, if you are at this particular moment in this video, then I think that you are that one serious aspirant who wants these things to happen, who wants to see these results in your own self, right? So what you need to do is you need to comment below this video. It could be any comment. You can comment I want to join, you can comment okay I want this course, I'll join. It could be any comment which basically says that you're interested in this particular course, and based on number of interested students, I will bring out a 1 minute video of how you can join. But I'll give you very basic information key what will be the things. I'll talk about 2 things, the fees part and how to join the basically the form part. If I talk about in the fees part, so as I said, there will be number of options that will be given to you. 3 options will be given to you. You can either choose that you want to self-evaluate your worksheets. You can also choose whether you want to join the essay plus GS or just simply the GS part. You can choose based on your class or batch size as well. Okay, and the fees for all these courses and for the 25 days course, it will range from 2000 rupees to 3200. ओके तो 2000 से 3200 रुपए तक की ये पर्टिकुलर रेंज है एंड यू कैन चूज एनी वन ऑफ देम, right? And how to pay that particular fees, how to fill the form, I'll tell you in that 1 minute video based on the likes and the comments on this particular explainer video where I told you everything about this skill up course for the mains 2026. Now here is the promise that I'm giving you. All the things that I've given you as the targets, all the things that I've told you that you'll be able to improve yourself, you'll be able to skill up yourself, these are not mere words. I'm telling you, if you will be highly sincere, you will attend these 20, सिर्फ 25 days हैं, only 25 days. These 25 days, 3 hours, you have nothing to lose. I'm telling you. Side by side, you can do your preparation. There will be people who will be saying this कि let's focus on the prelims only. सिर्फ prelims को निकाल लेते हैं. ठीक है, निकल जाएगा. There is enough time for you to prepare for your prelims, and you have been preparing it for a very large amount of time, right? Revision proper, उन चीजों की कमी है बस. That you can do, but for these 25 days, 3 hours, just give me these, and I'll take you from this particular point to the next point. And I'll see your comments. What comments do you do? Are you interested? And based on that only, I'll make this. Of course, we have everything ready, but to bring it out or not, that is your call. Because why I'm saying this, एक टाइम होता है जब बिल्कुल हम मेंस की प्रिपरेशन करते हैं, एक टाइम होता है जब हम बिल्कुल प्रीलिम्स की प्रिपरेशन करते हैं. व्हाई आई एम गिविंग यू द चॉइस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन? I am giving it to you because this is the time period where both these things will be happening. Some students will be interested in mains still, and some will have switched over completely to the prelims part. This is the place where some people are preparing for mains, some are preparing for prelims, and that is why this choice is being given to you. So I'll see you after 3 days. After 3 to 4 days, I'll do this, and this course will run from 5th of December to 30th of December. Right? So before 5th of December, if number of comments are there, if the number of likes are there, then based on that, we will start this particular course, and it will take just 2 minutes to register yourself. Okay? After that, it will be on me, it will be on my team to handle all the burden. Okay? You'll have to be just sincere and give me those 3 hours regularly. Right? So this is where I end. This is what I promise. This is where I sign below, and what I can say to you is good luck and make the right choice.